Now on solve and resolve.
Was it possible to save her life?
Roger, sorry, but I would suggest to call another doctor.
I'm telling you the truth.
What's going on here? I don't understand.
No, doctor. Are you aware that what you're saying now messes everything around?
Roger, honestly, I don't know why you're acting like a detective.
First of all, you don't cut me off on my show. Mrs. Yuna, what happened?
My family needs me, Roger.
Mrs. Yuna, you need to tell the truth. Well, doctor, I'm going straight to the question everybody wants the answer. How is Nina right now? Was it possible to save her life?
So, Roger, we already had similar cases of dog poisoning before, which we were very capable to successfully treat and resolve. We have experience on how to immediately and effectively respond in delicate incidents like this one, aiming first to save the life, regardless of the poisoning substance ingested by the animal. In the particular case of Nina, Mrs. Yuna's dog, we found ourselves in condition to apply the same intervention procedures to save Nina's life. But unfortunately, Nina was no longer alive when Mrs. Yuna arrived here. I'm really sorry.
No, my Nina cannot to be gone.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Yuna. I really wish I had different news for you.
No, don't tell me I will never play with my Nina again.
I am sure we could have saved her if only she was breathing, even if it was in a very small rate. I know we could have saved her.
Dr. Wendy, we don't doubt you could do anything to save Nina. We appreciate your effort so far. We don't want to steal more of your time, so we will liberate you for your activities. Thank you.
Thank you, Roger, and thank you, everyone.
I'm sorry, it's all my fault. I can imagine what you feel.
Shut up, murderer. If you could imagine how I would feel, why didn't you prevent it after 1,000 warnings? You are insensitive.
Mrs. Yuna, we know it's hard, so take your time.
Roger, I know very well what I did. I don't run away from my responsibilities. I will face the consequences of my actions.
I'm sorry for you too, Mr. Kayami. We are not here to judge you. We all make mistakes.
She was the one that filled my days with joy in that lonely house. Now what I'm going to do?
I swear that in my heart, I was praying for a new chance to do things completely different now.
It doesn't matter anymore. Nothing you do will bring her back to my arms, murderer.
Sorry to interrupt you, Mrs. Yuna, but I heard from my producer that Dr. Wendy is back online and has new information for us. Production, is the doctor already connected? Yes? Please put him on the screen fast. Doctor, I heard you had something to tell us.
Hello, Roger. Can you hear me?
Yes, doctor, we can hear you very well.
Sorry for calling back. I had to connect again because I was just handed the results of the blood test made by my team, and it raised some question I would like to clarify if possible.
Oops. Doctor, I admit that for 1 second. I thought you would say we just made this and that, and we were about to reanimate the dog. But sure. What is it you want to clarify?
According to Mrs. Yuna and Mr. Kiyami, the dog ingested this toxic substance, diesel. Evidence of this chemical was visible over the body and the mouth, but according to the blood results, there was found no evidence of such chemical inside the dog.
How? It's not possible, doctor.
Roger, to make sure we are making no mistake, my team ran the test 3 times and the results are the same. Not a single evidence of intoxication by diesel.
But doctor, I know that stomach lavage is one of the procedures for cases like this. How do you expect to find evidence inside after that?
Mrs. Yuna, yes, we did the stomach lavage as one of the primary procedures to minimize the absorption of the toxic substance into the bloodstream for reanimation. However, between the time the dog supposedly ingested the substance and the time you arrived, I presume there is a difference of 1.5 hours, and in general, substances like that would take only about 20 minutes to start getting into the bloodstream depending on the amount ingested. It's even faster in an empty stomach, and didn't find any solid substance after the stomach lavage.
So, doctor, you're saying that definitely there should be signs of this substance in her bloodstream, is that?
Yes, Roger.
No, doctor, you must be making a mistake somewhere. First you said something, now you're saying something else. What should we believe?
Roger, explain me what's going on here. I don't understand.
No, Doctor. Are you aware that what you're saying now messes everything around?
Roger, I wouldn't connect again if I wasn't sure about it. I'm telling you the truth.
Roger, sorry, but I would suggest to call another doctor, because I saw Nina with her whole body and mouth covered by diesel laying right next to diesel recipient Mr. Kiami left behind. I saw that with my own eyes, and this doctor is saying she was not poisoned. Come on, even a child wouldn't believe that.
Mrs. Yuna, please believe me, what I'm saying is basic on tests confirmed 3 times. Your dog did not die from poisoning. Your dog died from some other cause we're still trying to find out.
Wait, if it was not by poisoning, it technically takes me out of this case, right?
I'm not sure, Mr. Kiami. We are still figuring out what really happened. Well, you got me confused now. Mrs. Yuna, would you consider the possibility that maybe someone else for some reason may have killed the dog and made it look like Mr. Kiami did it?
No way. I'm 100% sure it was Mr. Kiami. If there is such someone, it's himself. He killed my dog out of the hate he has for me, and he made it look like an accident.
But Mrs. Yuna, it wouldn't make sense. Because it would still come against Mr. Kiami for leaving that substance exposed outside at his gates. Mr. Kiami, do you have a potential someone who you think would do such thing to accuse you?
Roger, honestly, I don't. The other neighbor on my right that used to complain too is apparently on vacation with his entire family. I don't see them for 1 week.
Mrs. Yuna, let us help you clarify this matter. Do you think—
Roger, honestly, I don't know why you're acting like a detective. As soon as I get out of here, I will press charges against him, so let the detective roll for the police.
Well, Mrs. Yuna, first of all, you don't cut me off on my show, and secondly, I'm doing this to help you. So, please let me finish and answer my question. Do you think anyone else would do that to falsely accuse Mr. Kiami? Mrs. Yuna, what happened? Where are you going? It's okay, production. I got it. I'm going to talk to her. Mrs. Yuna, what happened?
Go away, leave me alone.
Are you feeling okay?
No, I'm horrible, I'm lost, I'm everything bad.
Look, I turned the microphone off. Don't worry, we are alone here. Please tell me what happened. I promise to help you with whatever we can.
I just can't. I'm sorry.
Please, just tell me. You can trust me. What happened yesterday, Mrs. Yuna?
I'm afraid, Roger.
Afraid? Why? Why would you be afraid? You are the one who called for justice for the death of your dog, and we are here to help you on that.
I made a big mistake. A mistake will never forgive myself.
Everybody made mistakes in this story. You are not alone. You don't need to be that hard on yourself. Come on, just let it out.
It's not that easy.
Mrs. Yuna, you need to tell the truth. We lost Nina. If Mr. Kiami is innocent, we cannot have another innocent life destroyed.
You don't understand.
So, why don't you go back inside and tell us what happened so we can all understand? Trust me, the truth is always the best way to go. Those people are not against you, they are with you. Let's go back inside, okay?
It was not on purpose, Roger, I swear.
It's okay, whatever happened, just tell us, please. We have Mrs. Yuna back. She has something to tell us. So I ask for your silence and attention, please. Mrs. Yuna, whenever you're ready, you may start.
Yesterday by 9 in the morning, my phone's battery was low. I took the charger. When I tried to plug, the socket fell down from the wall. I could see both of the electric cables free. I understand nothing of electricity, but at least I knew that they cannot touch each other. So I called my youngest son to come and fix it. He said he will be available only after 8 p.m. He told me to turn off the power of the entire house by pressing down the breaker. Because Nina was very curious and always running, she could get close to those electric cables on the wall.
Roger, honestly, I don't like the way this story is going.
Before I turned the power off, I received an emergency call from a friend. I rushed out of the house to attend the emergency, and I forgot the power on.
Oh my God.
When I came back, I found Nina laying down right under those electric cables. She was not breathing anymore. She must have touched those electric cables.
What? I don't believe it. You killed your dog and tried to accuse me.
I still tried to reanimate her, but I guess it was too late. I knew I had lost her. I was desperate, devastated. I never felt so guilty in my life.
You must be completely out of your mind.
Mr. Kiami, I understand your indignation.
I just thought that if I convinced myself that someone else did that, I would at least feel less guilty and her death would weigh less on my shoulders.
Are you even listening to yourself? You are a monster.
Roger, I never did anything to harm her. All I gave her was love. In my first mistake, I took her life. I don't deserve this guilty. Someone else who doesn't love her as much as I do must take this guilty off from me.
Mrs. Yuna, I understand your pain, but honestly, I don't think that was the best thing to do.
You're heartless and insensitive. My family depends entirely on me, you know that. And still, you wanted to take me away from them. You wanted to press charges against me. Now I am the one pressing charges against you. People like you don't deserve to be around other people. Roger, this woman brought me here because she knew it would be easy to make me look guilty in front of everybody. Thank God the doctor made that blood test. Otherwise, I don't know what would happen to me right now.
Mr. Kiami, I know it must be very hard for you. I'm sorry.
You are the one putting her life in danger every day. You deserve this guilt, not me.
You are definitely out of your mind. Go treat yourself, crazy woman.
Roger, I'm leaving.
It's okay, Mrs. Yuna, and thank you for being honest with us.
My family needs me, Roger. Why would she do that?
And under this intense emotions, we reached the end of this episode. We did our best to solve the conflict between our guests. We hope from this part forward, they can find the most convenient way to close this issue. So remember, even if we made mistakes unintentionally, not taking responsibility over them is intentional. I am Roger, your host, ready to see you on the next episode. This is Solve and Resolve, offered to you by Imaginario Pix. Thank you for watching. And if you liked this episode, make sure you subscribe to this channel and click the notification bell so you don't miss our next episode. God bless you.